Well, it's game day 6 and getting into the thick of the regular season. Both of these teams coming off wins in the Basketball Champions League. But, of course, Estu traveling from Spain after a tough 2-point home defeat over the weekend in their domestic competition. So they will be looking to bounce back. That was to Fuenlabrada. We see Banvit and Movistar Estudiantes today, as well as Untitled Venezia and Midi Beirut. Those will be two important games, and we'll be keeping tabs on all the action tonight. And this group, certainly Untitled Venezia, kind of setting the pace up at the top. Midi Beirut and SIG Strasbourg and Estudiantes, as well as Banvit, are 2 through 5. And each of these teams have 3 wins in their 5 games. So they're 3-2 records. And, of course, Ike not that far behind as well, as you see number 6 at 2-3. Both Petro Olympia from Slovenia and Rosa Radom, who sprung the big upset in their last game. They are at the bottom. Of course, Rosa Radom winning over Banvit 49-48, so they are coming into this contest on the back of a disappointing defeat. And Estudiantes, meanwhile, are coming into this one on the back of a 90-84 road win in Germany over Midi Beirut. So we are still several minutes away from the start of this contest. And as we get ready to look at the rosters and the teams, and I'm going to go through real quickly, just as a reminder, Movistar Estudiantes had to win a third qualifying round tie against a very good Donor Groningen team from the Netherlands. The first game ended 76-76, and then the next game, the next leg in Spain, went to overtime, and Estudiantes won that one 77-69. Since that time, they won at Ike to open the season. They won at home over Rosa Radom. They lost at SIG Strasbourg in France, and then fell at home to Petro Olympia. But again, they won last week at Midi Beirut. Now, here's their roster. Up at the top, Cechkovic and Haakonsen, the Sweden international, Rituela, Omar Cook. All the way down, you have to say Landesberg is a very important player in this team, and he will get plenty of touches. Nick Kaner-Medley as well, who played for Monaco in the Basketball Champions League last season. So Estudiantes team with a famous history, a club that has produced some great players in the Spanish national team setup over the years. For Banvit, Adonis Thomas, Damian Kulig, Tolga Getchin, John Altentag, Gasper Vidmarsh, Andy Routens, the sharpshooter from Canada, has joined this team in the middle of the season. And it is a dangerous team. Make no mistake about it. Angelo Caloiado, their power forward, and Tony Taylor, a point guard who is not afraid to step up and make the big plays. Coach Sasha Filipovsky got Banvit to the final of the Basketball Champions League last season, where they fell to Final Four host Iberostar Tenerife. Of course, it's a new season, some familiar faces in the Banvit team, including Kulig, who was a vital player in that team last year, and Gasper Vidmarsh, the Slovenia international, who won that Eurobasket title this summer, his country's first ever, and he was a vital part of that team. So there's Kulig, perhaps flies under the radar a little bit. He's a very, very good player, Damian Kulig. And Sasha Filipovsky, the coach, without question, one of the best coaches in the Basketball Champions League. And there's no doubt about it. He loves coaching here in Bandirma. This crowd, it's a passionate fan base here in Bandirma. And he lives for the moment. You can see a lot of the hardcore fans there to the left, and they'll be making a lot of the noise tonight. So the teams and the coaches shake hands. Coach Maldonado from Spain on the right goes back to the bench, and of course Filipovsky was on the left. And the players, a lot of them have bumped into each other before in league action, whether it's domestic league action. There's Salvo Maldonado. He's a veteran. So who are we going to have in the starting fives for both of these teams tonight? Well, we're about 3.5 minutes away from the start of the contest, so we're going to be seeing who's going to line up in that starting five. And before we do that, just let me give you a reminder for Banvit. They lost in triple overtime on opening night at Umana Rai Venezia in the Basketball Champions League. And then they've reeled off a series of wins before falling last night. They're the referees tonight. Look at that. Alexander Glicic there in the middle from Serbia. Sasha Maricic as well, a Serbian referee. Some of the young men dreaming that one day they'll be in position to play for this Banvit team. Of course, Banvit, they've gotten wins over Petro Olympia at Ike, at home over Medi Beirut. But last week's 49-48 loss to Rosa Radim just kind of came out of nowhere. So Estudiantes starting with Vicedo and Cook. And there's Coach Salvo Maldonado. So Banvit will go with Thomas, Kulig, Getcham, Taylor, and Caloriado. So Thomas has been a player of the week, and Caloriado also has been in that All-Star 5 during the week. Here's Banvit coach Sasha Filipovsky. And he is one of the, again, can't stress enough how good of a coach he is, how he managed that team last year. Of course, it helped having Jordan Theodore in that team, making some big plays, but make no mistake about it, Filipovsky knows how to manage a game, and his team will never be out of it. Certainly if they're trailing, they will fight for the entire 40 minutes. So Turkey, one of the hot spots when it comes to basketball on the old continent. And this is a destination where you see more and more top players going to ply their trade. And, you know, it's no longer just the league where you have the likes of Fenerbahce and Galatasaray and Anadolu Efes. You got also the teams like Banvit, Pinar Karşıyaka, making a lot of headlines. Of course, Banvit winning the Turkish Cup last season and getting to the final of the Basketball Champions League. So Vicedo in that starting 5. Goran Sultan as well. Artiega going out. And Landesberg. Caloriado. He's a hustler. There's Thomas. So interesting that already it seems like Banvit, even though they lost some very important players last year, they have been able to retool and come out, and they look like a team that is going to challenge certainly for honors once again. Another big player they had last year was Gediminas Orlik. Well, he left and now plays for their group rivals, Umana Rai Venezia. Well, good evening, folks, and welcome. If you're just tuning in, we are in Bandırma, Turkey. It's the Basketball Champions League, and it is the Game Day 6 clash between hosts Banvit in the white and Movistar Estudiantes in the dark uniforms. And Damian Kulig is going to jump center against Arteaga, excuse me. And Arteaga wins that opening tip, gets it back to the veteran, former Montenegro point guard Omar Cook. And he's got his hands on the ball. Now he makes the pass inside. Oh, sweet dump and the layup. Nice unselfish play. Finished by Sutton. Goran Sutton. And now foul off the ball. Inside to Kulig, and he puts it up off the glass and misses, and Arteaga comes down with a rebound. Landesberg puts the ball on the deck, drives in and misses the runner. Thomas with the rebound. Bounce pass to Kulig, goes up with the left hand, and good job from Arteaga to get a hand up and alter the shot. Vitedo puts up a long one. Good! Three-pointer. So Movistar Estudiantes starting like a house on fire. 5-0. Thomas drives in, hangs, and draws the foul. Good things happen when you attack the basket, and that's exactly what Thomas does there. And maybe if Arteaga just keeps those hands extended, he would have been okay, but he definitely tried to make the block with that sweeping motion, and the referee didn't hesitate to blow his whistle. Thomas's three-point play gets Banvit on the board. Vitedo. Here's Vitedo again. And tries to get the alley-oop. Nope. Arteaga gets it though. Goes up strong, lays it up and in. And that foul, in fact, was on Vitedo, not Arteaga. And we fouled Thomas. Anyway, Estu back in front by 4. And Getcham has the ball knocked away. Now Cook looks up the floor. Landesberg for 3. Count it! Estu starting confident. When the shots fall early, you can't ask for anything more when you're on the road. Helps you build that confidence immediately. Thomas back to the Poland international Kulig, who goes up with the left hand and draws the foul. This one is on Arteaga. And he makes the first, Kulig. Both free throws good. Back to a 5-point game. Landisberg. And another 3 attempt for Estu. Off the mark, but Arteaga gets the rebound, puts it up and in. So Sutton misses from 3 range. But you got to box out if you're Banvit. Tony Taylor whips it over to Kulig. Long rebound to Kulig. Now Thomas. Caloyado, oh, weak D. He just goes up for a layup. The defense was spread out. He just took an open path to the basket. Landisberg, however, answers with a 3. Estu right now are showing they have brought the golden shooting touch. Look at that, 3 of 4 from deep. Taylor floats in, scores, brings it back to a 6-point deficit. And the bump, and Landisberg gets it to fall. He was hoping to get a 3-point play. Thomas gets inside, and this time doesn't make the shot, but draws the foul. So he goes back to the free throw line. So the foul on Arteaga. First one is good from Thomas. Well, he has got a lot to offer, Banvit, no question. They brought him in here to provide scoring. And here's the veteran, Sitafa Sivane. Captain, the veteran. Been in Spanish basketball for a long time. He's played for Senegal's national team. Sivane sets the high pick. Rolls to the basket. Sutton puts it up, and front and back of the rim stays out. Toga gets him, probes, gets it back to Thomas. Taylor in the left corner. Here's Getchim. Goes to work, puts up a 3. I'm guessing Estu will be happy if they take that shot. Here's Sivane, and Filipowski is going to burn a timeout. Great find, great passing. And already 19 points for Estudiantes, and we're just at the midpoint of the opening quarter.
Come
So coming out of the timeout, let's see how Banvit respond. Taylor explodes and Sutton knocks it away. And then Gasper Vidmar's called for the unsportsmanlike foul. So 2 shots and the ball. Good job by Landesberg, just pushing it quickly. Seemed maybe, I was surprised by that call, but referee thought maybe it was a little too physical with the foul, perhaps. Well, doesn't make both free throws. But nevertheless, it's Estudiantes up 20-11. They have had no problem putting the ball in the basket in the first quarter. Sutton. Potato gets it back to Cook. Now Sutton has it. Shot clock down to 5. Landesberg open. Good! Boy, they came into this arena smoking hot. They are up 23-11. Somebody called the fire department. And trying to answer with a three-pointer, but off target. Cook has the pass intercepted. Thomas goes between the legs, and then Cook reaches in, knocks it away. Thomas got a little too fancy. And then Landesberg has it knocked away out of his hands, but referees have called a foul. Boy, Landesberg, you have to like how he's come out tonight. I mean, he's got the confident jumper, but he's also pushing the ball quickly. He's putting pressure on the Banvit D. Landesberg, good, another one. Well, that was inside the arc, but he's in the early running, folks, for the team of the week. Goodness me. 12 points, 4-5 from the floor. He's made all 3 of his three-point attempts. Vidmar's backs up Savane, and the foul on the veteran. Well, you're looking at probably, you have to say, one of Slovenia's all-time greats after what happened this summer, the way he really played inspirational basketball at the Eurobasket. He was terrific. Perhaps not as big a name as some of the opponents that he went up against, the likes of Kristaps Porzingis, but nevertheless, Gasper Vidmar gave away nothing. But as you could tell, always a struggle, an adventure when he gets to the line. Savane hands it off of Landesberg. Now Savane has it. Goes to work on Gasper Vidmar. Caloiado, good D from him. Taylor thought he had a steal and a fast break, but a kick was called. He stuck his leg out, and the ball glanced off the thigh, and he's like, hey, that's not a kick. But the referee says it was. And Landesberg floats in. Two and a half minutes to go. Estudiantes already with 25. Penetration, the drive, the dump. And Gasper Vidmar lays it up and in. Cook, bounce pass. And Savane misses an easy one. Bounce pass, and Caloiado misses a shot he should make. No look pass. Savane puts it up off the glass and in. The Estudiantes have more than doubled Banvit's score here. And we've still got a minute and a half remaining in this opening quarter. And now a little bit out of control. Gasper Vidmar gets it before it goes out of bounds, but they end up taking a difficult shot. This is a Banvit team that just seems to have lost its mojo a little bit. You know, perhaps dating back to last week in that 1-point defeat, 49-48 defeat at Rosa Radom. Now Kulig comes back in. Cook for a deep three. And Gasper Vidmar with the rebound. Now the dump. And the fouls on Arteaga. So they're in the bonus, but perhaps not the man you want at the line, Vidmar, if you're Banvit. And Vidmar takes his time and makes the first. This is the second, and the ball goes back over to Estu. They're just kind of grinding away right now. But Estu have come here. A little extra bounce in their step, it seems. Certainly the shots have been falling early, and they've also had some easy layup attempts. They've known how to attack this team. Omar Cook misses. So Banvit presumably will try to hold it for one. Kulig backs up his man. Doesn't finish. Now Cook up ahead and racing in for the layup right at the end of the quarter. They're going to have a look at it, but I think Landisberg beat the buzzer. Boy, what a start by him. Can you say pouring in the points? Wow. Good spot from Cook. And it's a lot closer than I thought. Oh, no, he did not get it off in time. Great camera work. Great work in the truck to find that and to slow it down. You can see clearly did not get it off in time. But nevertheless, a good attempt. And he's also under pressure there from that angle. So Landisberg leading the way for Movistar Estudiantes with 14 points. So they've wiped that basket away. It's 27-14. And Thomas has 5 points leading the way for Banvit. You see the shooting Look at the three-point shooting. 0 of 3 for Banvit, 4 of 8 for Estudiantes. Here's a look back at some of the highlights in that first quarter. The second quarter now underway here in Bandırma, Turkey. And three-point attempt off target again. So it's not fallen yet for Andy Routens. He's 0 of 2. Thomas flies in. Gasper Vidmars with the rebound. Turns. Passes back out to Kulik. Now Thomas. Tough shot, hand in the face. And nevertheless scores over Vithedo. Now Vithedo goes baseline and is fouled by Kulik. Point advantage. Caloiado coming back into the game. The thing about Banvit is they can look well off the pace for long stretches, but they will play hard. They will find a way to get back into the game. Thomas drives in, tough shot. And Landesberg shows he's human, misses. Didn't think we would be saying that tonight, the way he played in the first quarter. And no, what a take, he misses, but there was Gasper Vidmars for the follow. Again, good attacking play from Banvit and Tony Taylor. Petkovic has it. Vithedo puts up a tough shot, and Caloiado got a hand on it, and then another rejection. So Caloiado and Vidmar on the same possession sign up for the SWAT team. Look at this. Vidmar says, you can't bring that weak stuff in here, Brown. Lago Pena is in the game. Vidmar fakes the handoff. He's going to go right down for the two-handed jam. How about that from Gasper Vidmar? And just like that, Banvit have cut that deficit to just 5 points. Ludwig Hackinson now in the game. The Sweden international, number 6, pulls up at the line. Here's Routens, and you can see this man right here, 15, Filipovsky, would love to get him going from deep. Now Thomas says, I'm just going to take care of this myself. Goes in, another three-point play opportunity for Adonis Thomas. And it doesn't matter how well you shoot the ball, if you're Estudiantes, to start the game, you got to play well at the other end, and right now, this Banvit team has the bit between the teeth. They are attacking time and time again. So the three-point shots not falling for Banvit. They are for Movistar Estudiantes, but the field goal percentage for Banvit inside the arc is getting better. And those higher percentage shots and three-point play chances helping them come back. And it's where you have to wonder with Estu, who gave themselves that great platform to build on, yet it's a close game now. Well, that looked challenging. Looked like he was almost walking a tightrope. So Thomas is at the line, and without question has been the player of the game so far for Banvit. And he does convert the three-point play and has 12 points. John Altington comes in. Hackinson brings it up the floor. Brown. There's Hackinson. Brown for three. Altington hands it off. Thomas. And Vidmar keeps it alive. Outside, Caloyado. Thomas hustles in for the offensive rebound. Passes it back outside. Caloyado drives in. Oh, the spin move. The left-handed shot. And it's game on. Tied at 27 apiece. Hackinson takes it deep. Now makes the pass. Oh, beautiful spin move from Sutton, but a foul's been called. Brituela has come into the game. There's Sutton for three. And Thomas with the board. Boy, you just would not have thought this was possible. It was 27-14 Estu, and at the end of one, and Banvit have come charging back. Routens for three. It took a while, but they finally got one to go, and the Canada International knocks it in. And Sutton draws the foul, being guarded by Caloyado. Nothing but twine for Mr. Routens. Played basketball, college basketball at Syracuse. Remember watching him playing at the Olympic qualifying tournament back in 2004 in Athens. Boy, where has all the time gone? Excuse me, 2008 that was. Caloyado takes a seat, and Thomas gets him back into the game. So really, you would think that either Vidmar or Routens would be the number one option offensively when Banvit get it. Here's Hackinson for three. Good! Brings a little bit of rain with that one. Altington over to Getchim. Oh, beautiful play, Toga Getchim. And Pena says, where's the help? Boy, that was professional. Look at this. He just made that look easy. Not sure if he was upset with Hockenson or Brown. Gets him, makes the free throw. You know we're going to call Brown downtown if he makes any threes tonight. He's not shy about putting them up. But right now it's all about Banvit, who have just owned this second quarter. And that foul was called on Banvit's number 12, Akil. Routen's reached in, knocked the ball out of his hands and off of the S2 player, Lindisberg. Sutton, no, that was Brown, excuse me. Brown was downtown, but didn't make it. Altentek makes the pass. Akil. And Routens drills another one. What a luxury to bring in this guy. After the start of the season, I mean, talk about an injection of quality. Andy Routens is brandishing that three-point shot that really is just such a weapon. And Landisberg misses another one. Akil with the rebound. John Altentek has it. He's guarded by Cook. Now it's Getcham again. Gets in the low block. This time denied by Landisberg. Kasper Vidmas chases down the rebound. He goes baseline. Oh, he was going up strong, but he can't get it to go. Fouled by Sutton. Look at this. Whew. Did he get away with a hook there? Oh, nice challenge by Sutton. Got a lot of ball there. Boy, it has been all about taking it to the rack for Banvit tonight. When they do, good things happen. Well, Vidmas makes the first, misses the second. Now 2 of 6 from the free throw line, the captain of this Banvit team. Brown out to Landisberg. Good, he's back. He's just going to keep putting them up. Up, up, and away. And the ball goes out of bounds and turns back over to S2. Altentek putting good pressure on the inbounds pass. Now Cook a little bit out of control as he gets into the lane. Now he's holding his midsection. Gets him. Altentek with the spin. And boy. Brituela thought he had a block, at least a jump ball. Thomas comes in. And Routens takes a seat. So Routens comes out, hits 2 threes. He's got 6 points, a couple of rebounds, a couple of assists. Also a steal, bringing some energy on the defensive end. They're plus 12 while he's out there. John Authentic hits the free throw, and it's 39-33. Taylor comes back in. Sutton goes out. Brown replaces him. 2:57 remaining in the second quarter. Savane has it. Hands it off. Landesberg in the lane. This time with the left hand. Goodness me, folks. Landesberg. He's had his moments also in the second quarter. Just think he almost had another 2 at the end of the first quarter, but it was wiped off. He's still got 19 points, and we are in the first half. He's putting up a big number tonight, Landesberg, but the foul called against Estudiantes, and that puts Tolga Getchum at the line. Brizuela picks up his second foul, goes to the bench. Getchum says, gotcha. We got to make these free throws. And it's not something that Banvit have done with much frequency tonight. Well, not too bad. They're now 12 of 17 at the line. But the 4 misses have come from Vidmash. And another floater from Landesberg. Two minutes to go here in Bandirma in this first half. Getchum had a foot inside the arc. That was the 2. He's looked good tonight. One of those young Turkish internationals that could figure into this national team during the World Cup qualifiers that are going to start this month. Now the dump, the turn, the shot, and Brown shows that silky smooth release. 42-37 now for Banvit. And good D from Savane, knocks it into the hands of Cook. Bounce pass back to Brown, and he goes in for the dunk. He flushed it. And just when you felt like Banvit sort of had some control, Estudiantes come back. Turnovers kill you. That's what the coach is saying. They lead to fast breaks. And you saw what a great captain Gasper Vidmash is. You see him pat Getchum on the knee saying, don't worry about it, man. We all make mistakes. What a captain. Top scorer is Landesberg. Good. He has just been on fire. Not just from three-point range, but also getting to the rim. The fans being treated to an interesting clash tonight of Turkey v. Spain. It's Banvit against Movistar Estudiantes, and you saw Salva Maldonado, the Estudiantes coach. He's feeling a little bit better about his team now, the way they've come back. Thomas gets in again, puts it up, and oh, good knockaway from Brown, but then it was Aquiel there for the follow. And then Aquiel commits the foul on Cook, a long way away from the basket. So Cook has been around. He's played for the likes of Malaga, Valencia in Spain. Here he is at the line. Comes from New York. That's another one. He gets it back to a three-point game now. Thomas dribbles, gets in the lane, puts up a short little jump hook, and that brings a timeout again from Estu. Let's go down to the bench and see if we can hear the coach. (21 to 14) in favor of Banvit when it comes to the rebounds. The plot thickens. See, assist 9 for Movistar Estudiantes, so sharing the ball well. So final possession perhaps of this first half. Estudiantes. A 2-second differential, 2.5-second differential in the game clock and the shot clock. So they can take it down even further. Cook steps back for three. And with 2.9 seconds remaining now, Banvit should have a good look. Gets him, gets it to Tony Taylor, puts it up. Oh, he got the iron. He was appealing for a foul. Had they called a foul, it would have been a three free throws rather. But what a great game of basketball tonight, folks. The Basketball Champions League, we're at halftime, and it's Banvit on top, 46 to 41. So the three-point shot has favored Estu tonight, but they're trailing 46-41. Banvit having a lot more joy inside. You can see Banvit getting to the line a lot. Also, the second and third opportunities for Banvit, they're out rebounding Estu. And from Estu's standpoint, they have forced Banvit into 6 turnovers. So we're at halftime, and as you look at the team leaders, Thomas with 14.6 rebounds. Landesberg has a game-high 19 points for Estudiantes. And the leading scores for both teams. So Thomas and Landesberg, the only players in double figures at halftime. We'll be right back. 46-41, Banvit on top of Movistar Estudiantes. At halftime, Banvit trailed, believe it or not, 27-14 at the end of the first quarter, and then outscored Movistar Estudiantes 32-14 in the second. And therefore, we have a 5-point lead for the Turkish club. And in fact, Banvit led by as many as 7 points. Of course, the biggest lead of the game was the 14 points by Estudiantes. So it's been hot and cold, really, for both of these teams. And a lot of good basketball still to come. Remember, it's all the games are important, but I think this is a really important game in the grand scheme of things as these teams battling to get into that top four. When you look at Banvit, it's almost a must-win tonight, just simply because they came into this with a 3-2 record, but in 5th place, right below Movistar Estudiantes. They cannot afford to drop a home game at this stage. It is really, really tight. So every win is precious. And don't forget also goal differential, or the amount of points, the margin of victory is also important. Movistar Estudiantes playing without Nick Kaner-Medley tonight. But boy, have they got a shot in the arm from Mr. Landesberg, who has come out firing and leads all scores at halftime with 19 points. And once again for Banvit, Thomas is getting it done. He's got 14 points, 6 rebounds. And I thought a really nice job from Andy Routens coming into the game and hitting a couple of three-pointers that really helped this Banvit team kind of surge ahead in that second quarter. So 20 minutes still to go and a lot of basketball. So don't go away, folks. It promises to be an entertaining final 20 minutes of the contest, as they often are when Banvit is involved. Of course, Banvit lost in triple overtime their first game of the season in the Basketball Champions League at Umanarai Venezia. Then they won by 4 points in their next 2 outings over Petro Olympia and at Ike. And they lost by 1 last week at Rosa Radom. So second half now underway. Estudiantes whipping the ball around. Here's Landesberg for 3. Well, folks, he just knows how to shoot it. He just keeps pouring in the points. 22 for him now. Thomas over to Gasper Vidmar, spins, gets inside, puts it up, and draws the foul. Arteaga, the guilty party. So Vidmar goes to the line. Look at those bouncing Banvit fans. Vidmar takes his time and makes the first one. And makes both. How about that? Bonus time. So 48-44. But if you're Banvit, you don't want that man right there to get looks. He gets it, he shoots, and foul has been called. On Thomas. That's what happens when you're hitting shots. You draw the defense out, and you get fouled shooting the jumper. Oh, misses the first one. High arcing shot, makes the second. Landesberg has had some big scoring games this season. 22, 28, 18, 17. So he's, he's one of the league's top performers. Ball goes back over to Estudiantes after the turnover. Turnover on Gasper Vidmash. Potato gets it over to Sutton. Turn, Arteaga goes up and gets the friendly roll. Good size, Mr. Arteaga. And Banvit now 48-47. Leading it by just one over the visitors from Spain, from the Spanish capital, Madrid. Routens. And the ball rims out. Now Cook and Estudiantes can go back in front. Here's Landesberg. Doesn't need to be convinced to take it. Another three. Goodness me, is that smoke coming off his body, folks. He's on fire. Unbelievable. What a performance from Landesberg. Nice bounce pass and the finish from Vidmash. Arteaga picks up another foul. Well, whether he fouled him or not, he's coming from behind, and referee has obviously got every opportunity to make that call. Savane comes into the game, the savvy veteran. So Vidmash now with a chance for a three-point play. Arteaga feels like there was minimal contact, if any at all, so he slams his hand down in frustration. Have to say the captain of Banvit, Vidmash, iconic with the look. And so a technical foul has been called. And this is a huge play. So the technical, it was on the bench for complaining, and that means Banvit will maintain possession. So we'll see how Estudiantes respond to that. Well, you might disagree with the call, but you don't want to get a technical. Here's Taylor, feeds the ball inside. The ball goes off. Does it go off Vidmash or just off Taylor? So it could have been a far worse scenario for Estudiantes. Yeah, it went off of Gasper Vidmash's left forearm. Well, right now, you got to say, if you are Banvit, you cannot allow Landesberg to get easy looks. You better have a hand in the face. And the drive and the foul. So a lot of free throws coming here in the second half. Now Cook, front and back of the rim, the ball stays out. And second one is good. Routens passes to Vidmash, goes to work. And good block from behind by Savane. Now Cook looks up the floor. And getting into the lane, no good. But Sutton gets the rebound back. Buthedo for three, too long. Caloyaro rebounds it, outlets pass. Outlet passes over to Tony Taylor. Taylor puts on the deck, drives in, misses, Vidmar again with the rebound. Thomas back inside to the big fella. Jasper Vidmar. And he tries to make the pass to his teammate, goes off his hands. Landisberg bounce pass, Savane, good! And Estu back in front. Thriller in the house tonight. Another tight one with Banvit. And it's Estudiantes. Seeing the good and the bad for both of these teams, and right now the good is with Estu. Here's Gasper Vidmar. Cagliaro, good! The three-pointer. And Landisberg, wow, that's the way he's been shooting it tonight. You think Banvit probably dodged a bullet. He leads all scorers with 26 points and has hit 6 of 9 from three-point range. Here's Routens, good, another three. And it's back to a 5-point game. Just like that. You think if anybody's going to start hitting some threes, it would be Banvit. Over to the corner, and Sutton misses. Vidmar with the rebound. Routens. And the ball knocked out of bounds by Cook. Got a hand on it. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Brown going to check back in for Estu, and Damian Kulig will come back in for Banvit. And Vidmar gets a well-deserved rest as he goes to the bench. Taylor goes to his left, floats in to the corner. Routens, good! Boy, Andy Routens. One thing you want out of him more than anything else is his ability to knock in that three-pointer. It's going to change the complexion. It's going to force Estu to alter their D, and right now Routens is just making them. Landisberg gets inside. Wanted the contact as well, but he's got 28 points. Routens now 4 of 7 from deep. And Landisberg coming out on him, not wanting him to get an open look. Cagliaro back outside to Thomas. Shot clock winding down, ticking off. Here's Thomas, the deep two, misses badly. And Cook has it. Passes up to Vicedo. He saves it. A little bit out of control that time from Cook and Vicedo, I think. Oh, nice pass. Oh, good dribble, but then the kick, Brown. That'll keep the ball with Banvit. Look at this. Well, I'm sure that was a kick. A little bit unfortunate that time for Estu. Good thing about the refs is they'll be assessed after this game and every game. And then they will, their assessors will make comments and break it down, and they'll analyze every call. And the bid to get better and better is Tony Taylor. Drives in, has the ball knocked out of his hands. Cook to Landisberg. Contact by Ramsden. Vicedo there for the follow. Put back jam. What a game, folks. Plenty of excitement. Tony Taylor spins. Puts up a deep three. And you got to find Routens. He was wide open in the right corner. Landisberg. Kulik helps on the D. Ball goes out of bounds. 17 on the shot clock. Altinta back into the game, and Taylor goes out. And now into the corner, Landesberg off the back of the rim. And Thomas beats the Estu player to the ball. Couldn't see who that was. Hands it off to Altinta, and now he gets it back. Thomas for three. Just a little bit of one-on-one action. Again, you got the red-hot Routens out there. Find him. And good block from Kulig on Brown, but it'll be Estu ball. May have got a little bit of wrist there. And Thomas goes out. And Tolga Getchim comes back in. Savane goes to the bench as well for Estu. Jump shot no good, and Routens flies in for the rebound, hands it off to Altinta. 4-point lead for Banvit. Now Routens. Bounce pass, and foul was the reach on Landesberg. Thought he walked, but they called the reach first. No, it wasn't a walk. John Altinta. Back to Routens. That's his range. Good, another one. That's what I'm talking about, folks. Just get it to Andy. Handy Andy. Another three-pointer. And Landesberg, what a play from Landesberg. Just takes on that Banvit D, takes the contact, absorbs it, and makes the shot. He will go to the line with one for one. Wow, what a finish. What a performance from Landesberg. He's got 30 points. (31). Here's Routens. Bounce pass into Kulig. Takes a bump. Oh, what a play. What a clever play from Kulig. He could have gone up. He knew the contact was coming. Look at this. Good bounce pass again from Routens. That's another aspect to his game, really, that might be underappreciated because he's such a good three-point shooter, but he passes it well. And Kulig kind of just hesitated and allowed the Estu man to foul him, but then he misses the free throw. Routens, another pass to Kulig. Says, okay, I'll take this, and hits another one. Goodness me. Folks, Andy Routens, what an addition to the Basketball Champions League. He is terrific. 6 of 9 from three-point range. (31 years of age, Andy Routens. Look at that, 7 of 17 now for Banvit. 8 of 23 for Movistar Estudiantes. Rebounding. Movistar Estudiantes doing a better job in the second half, but still it's Banvit that's on top. Well, he has got, I mean, he's not just shooting three-pointers. He's shooting long three-pointers. He's a good yard and a half or meter and a half behind the arc on some of these threes. So it's taken him a little bit of time to warm up. First 3 games, 2 points, 3 points, 6 points. But this time, folks, forget about it. He's taken over the game for Banvit. He's got a team high 18 points now. 6 of 9, all from deep. And three-point attempt is no good from Estus Brizuela. Puts it back. Well, he makes he and Kulig passing the ball back and forth out there, making those Estu players dizzy. Look at Kulig. Oh, a little runner. Doesn't finish. Followed up the shot and committed the foul. That's team foul number 4 on Banvit. Look at that. Little crossover on Sutton. But then he fouled quite clearly. Good call by the ref. 4.6 seconds remaining here for Estu, now trailing by 9 points. Remember, they were up big after the first quarter, 27-14. And despite Landisberg's offensive explosion tonight, 31 points, here he is again. And Routens makes a play on defense, reaches in and knocks it away. He's, folks, getting pretty close to being the player of the game, in my opinion. I mean, he's making a major impact. 69-60, Banvit on top of Movistar Estudiantes. So, stats-wise, look how many times Banvit have gone to the line. 16 of 22 for them, just 6 of 9, however, for Estudiantes. Remember, both of these teams 3-2 so far this season in Group C. So the winner of this one will find itself in the top 4, whereas the loser will fall out of the top 4. Although you've also got Medi Beirut and Sieg Strasbourg also at 3-2 in this group. Umano Rai Venezia 4-1. So they've had a good start to their campaign. Kylo Yaro showing his range, and of course Routens just knocking them in one right after the other. And well, interestingly, has Filipowski taken him out? Yes, he has. So wonder how long Routens will stay out. Maybe they'll put him back in. 9-point game. And an offensive foul setting the screen on Gasper Vidmash. And Hackinson is the player that he fouled. The young Swede. Nice dump, and Brown is fouled as he goes up. Well, Landesberg, if he's not scoring, he's setting up his teammates. So Landesberg right now has the 31 points and the two assists. Brown, meanwhile, relatively quiet tonight. He's got the 4 points, now 5. So Landesberg now has 3 assists. He gets the assist because his pass to Brown got him to the free throw line where he made one of the free throws. In fact, he made both now, but he only gets 1 assist for that. Long way to go in this one. 4th quarter, plenty of time for Estu, but they got to play D, and they do. But then they get in a hurry, and they turn it over. Thomas back into the game, holds it back out. It's all about tempo. It's not taking bad shots. And Alton drives in, took the contact. Sutton with the rebound. Three-point attempt, and Thomas with the rebound. I'll tell you, if I'm Landesberg and I'm on the court, I want the ball every time. And he didn't get the touch that time. Tolga gets him. Altenzik for 3. Good. Oh, that is a backbreaker. Here he is, Landesberg, little floater. And good follow from Brown. Putback makes it an 8-point game. Slow to register the points there. 72-64. There you go. Now the dump to Vidmar and lays it up and in. Bounce pass, Sutton intercepted by Vidmar. Now Thomas. Good, Tolga gets him battling for position down low. Here he is, going up against Brituela. Bounce pass and fouled by Brituela. Tolga gets him trying to post up Brituela. Gets position. Here he goes. Brituela bumps him and will send him to the line. Wrong sport, Brituela. But that's just smart basketball from Tolga Getchim and Filipovsky. Use that size advantage. Not sure about Maldonado, what he's saying. Is he saying don't switch, or is he, I'm not sure if he's talking about his defensive position, but regardless, Getchim goes to the line and extends the advantage. 7 minutes and 11 seconds remaining. Tolga Getchim makes both. So 12-point lead for Banvit. And nice reach and steal from Altinta. Altinta gets inside though, bowls over Brituela. Always a festive atmosphere when Banvit host games. Hackinson brings it up the floor. Rituela. Double teamed. What's he doing out there? Get rid of it. Savane. And Savane can't sink it, but Vitedo there for the follow. Misses. Oh, that's a miss that will be tough to take for Maldonado. Clapping his hands, applauding the effort, but
Toga gets him again.
The pick. Nope, doesn't roll, but now Vidmas gets it inside. Misses the shot. Thought he was fouled by Brown. And then Altinta reaches in and commits the foul. And Hackinson was appealing for an unsportsmanlike. Watch this. And you gotta understand as well. I mean, the way that was called in the first half on Vidmas. But they don't call the unsportsmanlike. 6:03 to go. Brituela takes a seat. Landsberg back in, perhaps for the remainder of the game. Does he have a lot more shots in him? And perhaps more importantly, can this Estu team play some D down the stretch to give themselves a chance to win? Play the D and rebound. Taylor back in for Altentuk, so he had a big three and also was rather feisty defensively. Altentuk. There's Hackinson, gets it over to Landesberg. Brown on the baseline. Savane goes to work on Gasper Vidmas. Oh, what a nice release from Savane. Thomas shakes and bakes. Thomas, and off the back of the iron. Into the corner, and Vitedo hits the three-pointer. So with 5:11 remaining, Estudiantes alive and kicking. They now trail 76-69. Banvit called timeout. Let's go down to the huddle and hear what Estu coach Maldonado. No, let's hear what Filipovsky says. Okay, Routens is going to come back into the game. So he's got the 5 rebounds to go with his 18 points. So Landesberg with the 31 points, but both he and Routens equaled with efficiency ratings of 23. Thomas has an 18 efficiency rating with his 15 points and 8 rebounds. And Gasper Vidmas, the captain, has 15 points, 8 rebounds, and also a 17 efficiency rating. Kulig. Taylor bumped by Hackinson. That's team foul number 3. Could be sisters. Sister Act. Checking out proceedings tonight here in Bandirma. 4:45 to go. Kulig for three. So Hackinson brings it up. Oh, Landisberg, mistake, but this time he misses. He thought he was hit by Thomas. 4:20 to go. Can Banvit hold on and bounce back from last week's 1-point defeat? Routens, this time he's off target, but the long rebound keeps the ball in Banvit's hands. Caloyado to Thomas. Oh, they find Kulig underneath. Caloyado. And Kulig lays it up and in. As Kulig as you like. 78-69. Landisberg. Hackinson doesn't force it. Brings it back out. Entry pass. Nice play. Savané fouled. He will go to the line. Well, you got to think these are must-makes for Estu as they try to get back into this. Savané makes the first. So tonight, the captain, 9 points, 2 rebounds in 18 minutes. He's also got a couple of steals. Now 10 points. So Savané goes out. Sutun back into the game, guarding Kulig. Banvit more than happy to take a little bit of time off the clock. Caloyado drives in, and Vitedo jumps up and brings it down. Now Landisberg has it. He's in his range. Is he going to launch it? Nope, he's going to go inside. Back out. Omar Cook, no look pass. Ended up getting it to Sutun. .256 to go, 7 points remaining. What do these children think? They just want to get out and play themselves, don't they? Look at that. Vitedo, a little bit of a breakdown on the inbounds defense by Banvit, and back to a 5-point game. Now Estu need another stop. Banvit have to keep playing. They don't want to become consumed by taking time off the clock. Now, got to make sure they get a good shot when they do start their offense. Nice pass to Kulig, and that was perfect. And Brown called for the foul. Good no look. Yeah, he had his, he was making contact. Arm on body. They do not fully capitalize. 7-point game. Oh, the rejection from Routens. He's at plus 24 now in the efficiency. Interesting. Doing a little bit of everything. Landisberg knocks it away. Brown pulls up on the break. Well, Banvit not able to slam the door shut. Estu hanging around, trailing by 5. Kulig hands it off to Routens. Caloyado has it. Spin move. Kulik ends up taking a tough shot. Now Landesberg. And Estu with another opportunity. Landesberg open. Oh, doesn't get the roll. Got a lot of rim there. And the reach, and so we've .110 remaining. Tell you, just anything can happen when Banvit plays. So don't go away, folks. It always gets crazy at the end, and I'm guessing it's going to happen again. Cook launches one, and Routens collects the rebound. 7 rebounds to go with his 18 points. And the drive and the miss by Taylor early in the shot clock as well. Cook, entry pass. And Routens says, you're going to have to go to the line and earn this with 40 seconds to play. Big free throws for Brown. And makes the first one. He's done a good job at the line tonight. He's made all of his attempts, 3 of 3. Now 4 of 4. And it's a one-possession game if Estu can get it back. Got to hurry to get it across midcourt. They do get it over just in the nick of time. So shot clock down to 10. Thomas over to Taylor. You don't want to foul late in the shot clock if you're Estu. Routens wide open. Caloriaro flies in, and the ball ends up in his hands. Estu got the stop they needed, but then they turned it over. And now they've fouled, so Thomas will go to the line with 8.2 seconds remaining. Well, that was their opportunity. And Brown just threw it right into the hands of Caloriaro. And Thomas makes it a 2-possession game. Well, Estu will be smarting after this one if they can't come back, because they've had some chances just a couple of plays away from really from being level. Selfie time. There you go, checking the app of the Basketball Champions League. You see that? Nice one. Well, they've come a long way, Estudiantes, to Turkey. And right now they're in danger of leaving the country without a win. Routens with the 18 points, leading the way, all from three-point range. Bounce pass that time to Kasper Vidmash. So 1-point losers last week at Rosa Radom. Banvit closing in on another victory. They're 4th in the Basketball Champions League this season. Brown, though, catches it, shoots it, misses. Cook gets it back, puts up a 3, and puts it up again. He hits the 3, but it's not enough. You never know. The goal differential could come into play. It could be very important 3 points there at the end for Omar Cook. But nevertheless, 82-80, Banvit will take the win. They improved to 4-2. And Estudiantes fall to 3-3. Well, Routens did not want to foul the 3-point shooter. So that's it, folks. It's been a fun game, and certainly it was more fun for the team in white, Banvit. So they will keep their ship on track for the postseason, but of course a long way to go. Just a lot of teams in this group, really even. Landisburg probably just can't believe he's come out and had the type of game that he had tonight, but his team wasn't able to win. The 31 points. 82-80, Banvit win it over Movistar Estudiantes. So as you look at the stats, the free throws, obviously that was big. 20 of 27 for Banvit. They attacked the rim time and time again. They took a lot more attempts than Estudiantes. Estu only turned it over 7 times. 14 turnovers for Banvit. And Routens leading the way in the scoring for the winners. Although Thomas also had 17 and Vidmash